Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.tv.
The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
But when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you road leads, we'll be right there with you. Wherever you road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Nexa, 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 right next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is Network News for Monday, May the 15th, 2023. I'm Stasia Blake. In the headlines, freak accident claims the life of St. John's farmer. Vector Control to embark on education drive as Grenada records significant increases in dengue fever cases. Grenada awaits appointment of new High Court judge following the retirement of Justice Victoria Charles Clark. And Magistrate Teddy St. Louis resigns to return to private practice. In regional news, rapes and robberies have Manchester residents on edge in Jamaica. And in international news, Ukraine's president met the UK's Prime Minister Rishi Sunak as more weapons are pledged for Ukraine. Coming up in sports, James to race at 2023 USATF Los Angeles Grand Prix. Details right after this message.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. One man lost his life in a freak accident over the weekend, while a female was hospitalized after a chopping incident on the Sister Isle. This and more in this Rena Pierre-Thomas report.
Head of the Community Relations Department in the RGPF, Simon Douglas, has confirmed that on Saturday, one man lost his life in St. John after a tree he was cutting struck him in the head. The man has been identified as Claudius Augustine, also known as Eck, a former security guard at the Gravel and Concrete Emulsion Production Corporation.
Our information is that the gentleman was in the process of cutting that tree, and in so doing, when the tree left its place, that portion which was cut struck him in the head and other parts of his body, and he fell, and the doctors were called in and they pronounced him dead there and then.
Meanwhile, concerns about the mentally disturbed are increasing as police are still in search of Andre Simon, a mentally deranged man who reportedly inflicted several chop wounds to his female family member, Faye Simon, in the eastern community of Mount Pleasant.
I believe it was on yesterday, Sunday. We received information of a young lady receiving several chop wounds, various parts of her body. The police responded to that incident. The accused person has been in hiding since. However, the victim is currently hospitalized at the General Hospital in St. George's. She is in stable condition and is expected to recover quickly.
Douglas also stated that officers on the Sister Isle are still in search of Dwayne McDonald, a 42-year-old man from Busheju, Carriacou, who is wanted for questioning in connection with the shooting death of Randy Jones McIntosh on Tuesday, May 3rd.
Well, we are still in search of that gentleman who is accused of committing that act. The police has been vigorously pursuing him, but up to this point we have not been able to get any success in that matter. He is still not located. But of course we will be combing the whole of Carriacou to ensure that we find him if he is on the island.
For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
8 people are currently hospitalized with dengue fever, with 3 being listed as severe. The Ministry of Health is warning that there is an increase in dengue cases. Sherry-Ann Blackman-Stephen has this report.
The Vector Control Department of the Ministry of Health is embarking on an education drive as the Ministry of Health reports a significant increase in the number of dengue fever cases. Acting Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sean Charles indicated that there are 20 reported cases. The CMO advised that while health surveillance officers and vector control intervention resources are deployed, measures are being taken to control further increases as the ministry keeps a close eye on the situation. According to Dr. Charles, 8 people have been hospitalized with dengue fever, with 3 being listed as severe. Justin Hector, Vector Control Officer in the Ministry of Health, says a major concern right now is second infection.
Hospitalized may eventually probably end up severe dengue, and that means that they may have been infected at some point before, knowingly or unknowingly, by dengue. So now we have to engage in probably much more education in terms of enlightening people as to what exactly they should do.
Mr. Hector said Vector Control is embarking on a drive to educate people on the importance of preventing the spread of dengue fever and the implications it can have on the health system.
When it comes to people's attitude, based on the knowledge they have as it relates to these issues, it is not compatible. And when you look at what they actually practice based on what they know, together with the attitude, there is a far gap between us. So all of that has to come together. People's attitude has to change.
CMO Charles said the ministry's current data revealed that the ages mostly affected are 5 to 14 years old and 25 to 44 years. He explained that 50% of the hospitalized cases of dengue fever are from the parish of St. Andrew, St. George, and St. Patrick, and they have all accounted for 25% each. The CMO is calling on all healthcare providers to be vigilant and to test persons displaying signs and symptoms of the condition. He said the situation is very, very serious and we need to take heed and do all that's necessary to prevent a major outbreak. Here are the signs and symptoms you need to pay attention to.
A high fever. What do I mean by high fever? We am referring to temperatures as high as 106 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, other person may experience severe headaches, while others may experience intense eye pain. Others may have bone, joint, and muscle pain. Some may experience rashes, nausea, vomiting, and so on.
Sherry-Ann Blackman-Stephen, GBN News.
Grenada awaits the appointment of a new criminal judge by the St. Lucia-based Judicial and Legal Services Commission, JLSC. This follows the exit of St. Lucian-born High Court Judge Madam Justice Victoria Charles Clark, who retired in March after providing just under 4 years of service to the Supreme Court of Grenada. We get more in this Nisha Paul report.
Madam Justice Victoria Charles Clark presided over the St. George's No. 2 High Court from September 2019 up until her retirement on March 10th. She served primarily in the criminal jurisdiction of the court, but also dealt with other matters. President of the Grenada Bar Association, Derek Sylvester, reflected on Justice Clark's contributions to the legal fraternity.
She is well known for her erudite judgments and her calm poise and demeanor, and the manner in which she conducted her courts. The Bar Association had an activity for her, thanking her for her services, where we presented her with plaques and other things, and numerous attorneys would have voiced their gratitude and their thanks for her service.
Attorney Jerry Edwin also chimed in.
She considered not just the case in front of her, the facts in front of her. She had a particular knack for looking behind the submissions of counsel to ask that most important question. Who is this defendant? Who is this convicted man? What is he doing with his life? How old is he? Is he employed? What is the reputation that he has in his community? And I tell you that for young men, in particular those who came before the court on sexual-related matters, in the absence of violence, Justice Clark was particularly sensitive.
Judicial officers are appointed by the Judicial and Legal Services Commission in Castries, St. Lucia. Until a new appointment is made, Madam Justice Paula Guilford, who presides over the St. George's No. 1 High Court, will have coverage over all criminal matters. Justice Guilford, a national of Guyana, has been serving the court in its criminal jurisdiction since 2013 and is currently the longest-serving judge on the island. The other judges include Justice Ralston Glasgow and Madam Justice Agnes Acti, who have been serving the civil jurisdiction of the court from 2017 and 2019, respectively.
We would like to thank all the other judges who are serving in the jurisdiction, because they do operate under tremendous pressure and tremendous workload. And these judges do not only do criminal matters, they also do fixed estate claims, possessory title applications, divorce matters. So indeed, their schedules are packed. So we're looking forward to have a replacement for Justice Victoria Charles Clark sometime in the not too distant future, as we try to decrease the criminal assizes list and all the other lists, including the civil list, before the court.
The retirement age for judges is 62. For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
Meanwhile, the president of the Grenada Bar Association has confirmed the resignation of Chief Magistrate Teddy St. Louis.
We have been reliably informed that he has tendered his resignation/retirement from the service after serving for 12 years. He has served in every magistrate court in the country, including Carriacou. He served with distinction, and we recognize and appreciate his professional contribution, his dedication to duty, and the fact that he served fair and fearlessly, and he did not bow to any pressure, but he ruled on the law.
Magistrate Teddy St. Louis was appointed to serve as Chief Magistrate in 2019. His departure paves the way for the elevation of a judicial officer to the Chief Magistrate position.
I have no concrete information as it relates to the appointments of any other magistrate, but I have information, I have secondhand information that there would be an appointment and that there would be an elevation of one of our magistrates. I have no idea who that other judicial officer would be. I was contacted and I was asked to make certain recommendations, certain requests in relation to who I believe, in my view, would be a good person to serve. And I have since made recommendations, for a replacement and also for a chief magistrate. So the rest is left up to the authorities.
St. Louis, who submitted his resignation several weeks ago in preparation for his return to private practice, was asked to delay his departure for another 2 months to give the Judicial and Legal Services Commission time to find a replacement. Attorney Jerry Edwin, who has appeared before Magistrate St. Louis on multiple occasions, recalls his encounter with him.
I got to know him when I came here about 8-9 years ago. And he had been a lawyer in private practice. His father was an esteemed magistrate, well-known jurist. And Mr. St. Louis followed in the footsteps of his father by ascending to the magistrate's court. There is a magistrate unparalleled in Teddy St. Louis, in the exercise of his patience, in his ability to find that common ground between what the police prosecutors want and what the defense lawyers are trying to achieve.
This is News at 7. Coming up, PM attends Investment Migration Forum. Stay with us.
Request, repay, repeat with Ariza's FlexiCredit Evergreen Loan Facility. Qualify for a FlexiCredit with limits up to $25,000 or use your home equity to qualify for more. Extra cash at your fingertips whenever you need it. Accessed using your debit card and managed using AMI, Ariza's mobile internet experience app. FlexiCredit allows you the flexibility to top up to your approved limit any day, anytime. Already a member? Send us a WhatsApp on 423-4987. New members join today to apply. Request, repay, repeat. Use your FlexiCredit for vacations, shopping, wedding, general expenses, and more. Ariza loan terms and conditions apply. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pockets every month. Plus now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. First, make a family disaster plan and ensure that everyone in your household is familiar and comfortable with it. Remember to add batteries and flashlights to your emergency kit. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
ACB Caribbean is all about convenience for our customers. With the ACB Caribbean Smart App or online banking, you have the ability to do wire transfers, electronic funds transfers, peer-to-peer payments, pay a merchant, and so much more. Avoid those lines and bank online today. Signing up is super easy. Download the ACB Smart App from the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, or acbonline.com. Start banking the simply smarter way.
ACB Caribbean, simply smarter banking.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Apply for a Home Easy Loan today for a chance to win a cash prize. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Terms and conditions apply.
The NLA is giving
giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding Multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the Multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With Multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with Multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Apply for a Home Easy Loan today for a chance to win a cash prize. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Terms and conditions apply.
Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell is in London, United Kingdom this week, attending the 8th edition of the Investment Migration Forum, one of the most significant residence and citizenship by investment events in the world. The forum, which concludes on Thursday, brings together leading stakeholders in the field and provides an excellent opportunity to market Grenada's CBI industry. To date, total receipts from the CBI program during the period 2016 to 2022 averaged 3.5% of Grenada's gross domestic product, or GDP, annually. The program has also created job opportunities for over 2,400 Grenadian citizens. The Prime Minister is accompanied by Thomas Anthony, Chief Executive Officer or CEO of the Grenada CBI unit, Carleen Purcell, Deputy CEO, and Ronald Theodore, member of the CBI committee. The delegation is scheduled to return on Friday. Minister for Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs, with responsibility for community development and housing, Philip Telesford, has been appointed acting Prime Minister in the absence of Prime Minister Mitchell. The Ministry of Agriculture is promoting greater awareness of plant health and recently hosted an activity in observance of International Plant Health Day, the theme for which was Plant Health for Environmental Protection.
With the recent resumption of commercial shipments of mangoes from Grenada to the United States, the mango seed weevil has once again been placed under the microscope. In observance of International Plant Health Day last Friday, the Ministry of Agriculture's Pest Management Unit held an initiative aimed at promoting awareness about plant health and ways of protecting plants for environmental safety. Information on plant pests, their care and prevention was shared with participants. The Pest Management Unit is responsible for managing plant pests, diseases and crop protection through quarantine measures. Pest Management Officer Thaddeus Peters says the mango seed weevil is still active and causing damage to Grenada mangoes.
The disease is still here. It's still a challenge. The thing with the shipment is that it goes to a treatment that will take care of the infestation, but the disease itself is still in the mangoes. We are trying, as the Plant Protection Department, that the shippers and the exporters will have low infestation in the mangoes they harvest and so on. So a program has to be really rolled out that will get farmers back into trying to manage the disease on the farm so that we have lower levels in those that we harvest. But the disease is still prevalent. Generally, you don't see a lot of it because most of it are really in the seed, but some of the varieties do have those that get trapped in the flesh, so persons still need to look out. Cleaning of your fallen mangoes from below your tree is one of the ways. So at the end of the crop, gather all your seeds and fallen mangoes, and you can burn them or bag them so that the weevil doesn't get a chance to recycle back into the next bearing cycle.
Peter stated that the Pest Management Unit is also tackling other pests such as the citrus greening disease and the West Indian fruit fly, which necessitate the implementation of plant quarantine measures.
All those pests that we just mentioned would have come into the country at one point or the other. They were not always here. So by creating more awareness, we still have the Don't Pack a Pest signage around. Awareness when we travel or when we trade to be cautious, to take all the precautions and select things that are healthy, and even do the regulatory part by getting your permits or your clearance before you move, or declaring and have it inspected when you enter countries.
Christina John, GBN News.
On the field or on a stage, Grenada always ranks at the top. And tonight, Trisha Grant-Lewis is where the GBN ISAW lens is focused.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISAW is brought to you by ClearVision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. ClearVision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ClearVision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Tonight's GBN ISAW features the iconic moments Grenada's Trisha Grant-Lewis debuted her evening wear in the International Elegant Mothers competition in St. Martin on Saturday. Grant-Lewis represented Grenada well and secured second place in the competition. This is the 6th year of the annual pageant. It was held under the theme A Mother's Prayer. We at the GBN congratulate Mrs. Grant-Lewis on her accomplishment. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Government embarks on artificial insemination to resuscitate the cattle industry. We'll be back in a moment.
Big money, money, money. $3,000 every week for 3 months.
What?
Yes, it's the NLA's Crazy Cash Giveaway Promotion. Every week from April 11th to June 30th, 3 lucky Daily Games customers will randomly win $1,000 each week. Imagine winning as much as $36,000 in 12 weeks.
How?
Spend $12 in a single purchase on Daily Cash 4, Daily Pick 3, or Playway. Look for the words Cash Winner on your tickets to collect $1,000. The more you spend $12 on your favorite daily games, the more chances you have to win. Must be 18 or older to participate. All prizes must be collected by July 7th, 2023. Other terms and conditions apply. See stores for details. NLA, making your dreams come true. Money, money, money.
Sisson's WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro. Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
And so it begins. A journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
Here is a little known fact. There is only one place in Grenada that you can get an MRI scan done. That place is Stasia Imaging Center. Yes, Grenada, that's the truth. Other centers could offer you other scans, but Stasia Imaging provides an authentic MRI scan. We operate at Grenville and the Carnage. We provide the widest range of laboratory tests and services. CT scans, x-rays, mammograms, ultrasounds, and a host of other services. We are fully staffed by a team of family doctors and specialists. Call us today at 444-7679 or 440-1500 or visit any of our locations. Stasia Imaging, from seeing the doctor to getting lab tests, scans, and pharmacy services. We are here to take care of you.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Blow, keeping you connected.
Welcome back. Strengthening cattle through genetics and artificial insemination. That's the focus of moves being initiated by the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, Fisheries and Cooperatives to resuscitate the cattle industry. More in this report.
The Ministry of Agriculture on Monday received a shipment of liquid nitrogen in preparation to commence artificial insemination of cattle. The ministry procured sperm from Red Duck Farm, a commercially operated farm in the United States. The aim is to promote genetics and the availability of beef on the local market. Red Duck Farms is known for supporting breeding programs and cattle farmers promoting hardiness, heat tolerance, and heterosis, as well as carcass quality. The project received funding from the OECS Regional Agriculture Competitiveness Project, or AGRICOM, and the World Bank's Food Security Enhancement Project. During the past week, 2 representatives from the commercially run farming business conducted a support mission to Grenada, engaging and training Ministry of Agriculture staff and farmers, offering strategic advice on procedures for administering high-quality semen. The team also looked at the importance of animal health and nutrition. Veterinarian Dr. Alfo Sanchez says from their engagements, there is huge potential for the cattle industry in Grenada.
We run around this tropical island, seeing grass this deep, mangoes, sugarcane, grain factories. There's potential here, right? And there's potential for y'all to really help your country people here. And this project is going to be really important for, being able to help your country provide actual food and protein for your people, right? And sometimes, we get too complacent where we go, it's not that important, it's just work. But the fruits of this could be very beneficial, right?
Another team member, Paul McCullum, explained that the artificial insemination program provides a framework for the ministry to engage farmers to build wealth.
A country that has to import its food is not a wealthy country. If you provide all your food from the country, then you start developing wealth because you don't have to buy that and bring it in. And for you guys, it's a long ways to bring it in. So, yeah, you have the potential to have cheap protein for your people on this island with that. So,
the vet and livestock officer is Dr. Kimon Cummins. He says they foresee a good returns for farmers as there will be a 30 to 40% increase in production.
Their cattle were selected for very low bottom weight and accelerated growth rate. There was still some concerns in terms of the frame of the cows, and overall they're very much satisfied. We would have not just meet but exceeded their expectations in terms of the quality of cattle that we have in Ireland. But we foresee over the next coming year or two, we should see an increase in the carcass weight. Not just the weight, but the quality of the carcass, because these cattle is actually selected for nice marbling, which is the fat inside the meat, and good quality carcass, nice thick steaks.
Frankie Buckmeyer, livestock assistant who worked with the past insemination program, is looking forward to its resumption. The ministry's last insemination drive was held about 10 years ago. Farmers interested in artificial insemination program can register at the district extension offices or by contacting the Ministry of Agriculture via its social media platforms. Chrislina John, GBN News.
Roxy Braveboy is the 2023 Miss Upper Level Mother's Day Queen. The competition was founded by cultural icon, the late Peter Bain, to showcase mothers in various categories. Rena Pierre-Thomas will report.
It It was her first time participating in a competition of that nature, and Roxy Braveboy is definitely pleased with the results. Braveboy outshined 7 mothers to take the Miss Upper Level crown at Victoria Park in Grenville.
Tonight I feel really great. I feel happy. I feel proud of myself. Leading up to the day, I was very nervous, and even onto the day, I was really nervous. But then I come out here and I do my best, so I'm really happy about and proud of myself.
She spoke of how much such competition means to mothers, as they are appreciated and celebrated around this time.
And also Mrs. Bay, my late husband, Peter Bay, because oftentimes as parents, when we make children, we think that our life has over. But this adventure will give us a chance to grace the stage again and be happy and proud of ourselves. So with that, I say thank you to them.
As part of a prize, Braveboy received $1,000 and a weekend trip for 2 to the sister Isle of Carriacou. She represented the village of Subi St. Andrew. Second place went to Miss River Sally Shelley Charles, whose prize is $600 and a weekend for 2 at a local hotel. And third place was Miss St. Mark Little Crony, who won $400 and a day pass for 2. Nola Bain, wife of the late Peter Bain, said the competition will continue in keeping with her late husband's legacy. A portion of the proceeds will go back to the community.
Well, as always, upper level promotion, not only doing it because of the money, we always give back to the needy. The Kajana home, we always, part proceed normally goes to the Kajana home, and this year is no exception.
For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
And stay with us. When we return, we'll have the sports report for you.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Grenville, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
The NLA is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
And good evening, sports fans. Grenada's Carney James will race in the men's 400 meters at the 2023 USATF Los Angeles Grand Prix at Drake Stadium on Saturday, May the 27th. The meeting is part of the 2023 World Athletics Continental Tour Gold Series, which will be held in California and showcase some of the world's best athletes. Also in the lineup is world champion Michael Norman. James won a silver behind Norman at the World Athletics Championships in Oregon last summer and owns a personal best of 43.74 seconds. The United States champion Allison, the fourth-place finisher at Oregon 2022, is also listed among the athletes set to feature in the event. Olympic fourth-place finisher Michael Cherry of the United States, teammate Noah Williams, and Bahamas' Alonzo Russell are also slated to race in the men's 400-meter at the meet. James, who's been nicknamed the Jaguar, clocked 44.76 seconds in his season opener in the men's 400-meter, finishing behind Zambia's Munzala Samukanga, who took first place with a scorching 43.91 seconds. Cricket West Indies has announced the appointment of the new head coaches for the West Indies senior men's teams. Andre Coley has been appointed head coach for the Test and A teams, and Darren Sammy has been appointed the head coach for the White Ball One-Day International and T20 International teams. The new head coaches were selected following an open and transparent interview process, and the appointments were confirmed following the CWI Board of Directors meeting on Thursday, the 11th of May. Darren Sammy's first assignment will be the 3-match ODI series against the United Arab Emirates in Sharjah in June, ahead of the ICC Men's World Cup 2023 qualifier tournament in Zimbabwe. Andre Coley's first assignment will be the 2-match test series against India in the Caribbean in July. Sammy is a former West Indies captain in all 3 formats who led the West Indies to the ICC T20 World Cup titles in 2012 and in 2016. Since retirement, he's coached franchise teams in the Pakistan Super League and the Caribbean Premier League. Coley is a former Jamaican wicketkeeper and batsman who has coached at all levels in West Indies cricket. He was interim head coach of the West Indies team on the tours of Zimbabwe and South Africa earlier this year. His most recent assignment as head coach of the West Indies was for the West Indies Academy. The West Indies women's and men's team will both tour Australia during the Australian summer, with dates and venues confirmed by Cricket Australia today. The West Indies women will tour in October 2023 for 3 one-day internationals and 3 T20 internationals, while the West Indies men will tour in January and February 2024 for 2 tests, 3 ODIs, and 3 T20 internationals. Meanwhile, President of the Grenada Cricket Association has been assessing the future of Test cricket. Gill thinks that despite the demand for the shorter version of the game, Test cricket remains the bedrock of the sport of cricket.
We are making efforts there to get it back, but it is a challenge at the local level. For example, playing a 2-day match, it's really, I wouldn't say impossible, but you know, where it is amateur cricket, it is going to always be difficult to have amateurs playing for 3 days straight with work commitments and those types of things. So yes, we do depend on the regional level, and we do have across the franchises, we are preparing players to play 4- and 5-day cricket. We have 90 players across the region, and we are doing that. But yes, we just have to keep it alive. You know, we look at certain series. For example, we had the England team in Grenada last year and a couple of years before that, and there was interest there. When you look at some of the series around the world, perhaps only the Australia, England, and India series have a lot of spectator interest. So there is a challenge, you know, but we believe that a lot of the players coming through, there's still hope for them in terms of our regional setup where they can play and be paid at the end of the month and prepare themselves for the longer version of the game.
And that's it for sports tonight. Stay with us. And now we'll take a look at what's been happening around the region and the wider globe today. Residents of Manchester in Jamaica are said to be on edge over vicious crimes being committed in their community. Residents are blaming the police for not doing enough about what they think is a serial rapist in their community. We get this report from TVJ News.
I survived. Many people don't survive. I have to be begging for my life. I have to be begging to Almighty God to save my life.
Words of a Manchester woman who says she was raped and robbed after 2 gunmen broke into her house while she was with her children last week. She says they took cash, 2 handbags with her IDs and important documents, as well as her cell phone, then escaped just before the police arrived on the scene.
They came 2 minutes after the gunmen them leave. And they process the scene and everything, ask question, take statement.
She says there's been other reports of attacks close to her home in recent times, but since her incident, she's only seen 1 police patrol, and it was during the day.
The police are not patrolling the road or anything like that, and it just keep on happening. People are coward, are very afraid. They have to be up at night watching out, because they don't know when they will be their turn, because they are just picking the houses them where they find that people are vulnerable.
She says the attacks are taking place in the still of the night when persons are usually in deep sleep and residents are on edge.
The least sound that you hear, if something drop, your heart jump. You're just always on the lookout. You look inside way, back way, front way.
Manchester has seen an uptick in rapes and break-ins over the years, with the arrest of 2 suspected serial rapists in 2018 and the arrest of another in 2020. I tried unsuccessfully to contact head of the Manchester Police for a response to the claims of inadequate patrols, but a justice of the peace told TVJ News the police have a plan.
They had a meeting with us and assisting us, want to assist us to set up a neighborhood watch so as to alleviate some of these problems.
And children making the long journey to Sudan's border with South Sudan often arrive at transit camps weak and sick. The country already has high rates of child malnutrition because of prolonged conflict and extreme weather patterns. Now, the violence in Sudan is making things even worse. Al Jazeera's Haru Matassa reports from the border town of Rennik, South Sudan.
Chieng Gato's 8-month-old son survived the long journey by road from Sudan, but now his health is deteriorating.
My child has diarrhea, fever, he's coughing, and his throat is swollen.
At a transit camp for refugees and returnees in Renk, health workers soon realize he's severely malnourished. He needs to go to the hospital urgently. Tens of thousands of people are fleeing the conflict in Sudan, some to neighboring countries such as South Sudan. Children are especially vulnerable.
These people have been moving probably a long distance from where their locations, their homes, to here, and don't have food, access to food, conditions, diseases, maybe some are ill, and yeah, they are deteriorating with time. By the time they get here, their nutrition status has deteriorated.
When families cross the border, many stay in transit camps where conditions are rough. This camp was opened on the 26th of April. It started off small, but now look at it. It's grown in size. It's now full. Some people are now sleeping on the street, in churches and in schools because there is no space. More people are still crossing the border. They'll also need somewhere to stay. Overcrowding could lead to diseases, something Kaka Angela worries about. She left Sudan with her daughter and mother. Her child is now in hospital, severely malnourished.
She got sick when war in Sudan started. There was no time to go to the hospital. We just ran. During the journey, she became worse.
Seeing her daughter lose weight so quickly frightens Kaka. She wonders if leaving Khartoum was the right thing to do. Harimutasa, Al Jazeera, Renk, South Sudan.
Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky continues his series of European visits. He met with UK's Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. Britain is expected to confirm supplies of air defense systems and long-range attack drones to Kiev to defend itself against Russian attacks.
This is a visit that comes off the back of President Zelensky visiting Germany and France. And just ahead of his arrival here in the UK, he put out a tweet saying that the UK is a leader when it comes to expanding our capabilities on the ground and in the air. And then just minutes later, an announcement by the UK government that it was going to be providing Ukraine with hundreds more air defense missiles and, interestingly, hundreds of attack drones which have a range of around 200 kilometers. So something that a lot of analysts are saying could be very important in actually taking out supply routes and stocks. The Ukrainian president was here back in February. He addressed both houses of parliament here. He met with King Charles, and then just last week the UK said it was going to be the first country to supply Ukraine with long-range cruise missiles, Storm Shadow missiles, and they have the capability of reaching well beyond the front lines. Russia has reacted on Monday to all of this, saying that it has an extremely negative view of the UK's pledges of more military aid, but that the Kremlin doesn't believe that it will actually change the outcome of the conflict. Something else that Russia will take a dim view of is President Zelensky's continued drive to try to speed up his Western allies approving membership of NATO for Ukraine. He wants that to be green-lighted at a summit in July.
That's what's been happening around the globe today. Stay with us. And now for a recap of the night's top headlines. Freak accident claims the life of St. John's farmer. Vector Control to embark on an education drive as Grenada records significant increases in dengue fever cases. Grenada awaits appointment of new High Court judge following the retirement of Justice Victoria Charles Clark. And Magistrate Teddy St. Louis resigns to return to private practice. In regional news, rapes and robberies have Manchester residents on edge in Jamaica. And on the international front, Ukraine's president met the UK's Prime Minister Rishi Sunak as more weapons are pledged for Ukraine. And in sports, James to race at 2023 USATF Los Angeles Grand Prix. If you missed any part of this newscast, there will be a rebroadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Stasia Blake, and that's the news. We'll see you again. Good night.